Hi, welcome to this new episode of the Phileas podcast. This episode is coming to you a little bit sooner than usual, I'm presenting you this episode from my living room. It is a Monday morning. I'm still in my pajamas with my morning hair just pulled out just very roughly. I am in my living room lying on the sofa. The cat just arrived to have a snooze on my lap, so that's very good. We're all comfy. No, the standards of this podcast haven't dropped dramatically, that I just can't be bothered getting dressed up and get it all set up upstairs to present to you. There's a reason behind this setting today. This is the day after Yarndale, and this weekend I was in Yarndale, and I've been filming a few images throughout the weekend and all the preparation to the yarn show, as I thought it would be a nice little thing to talk about, to show you as a special podcast episode. So yeah, and I totally forgot to do an actual introduction and everything in the fancy setting of Yarndale, because I was just too busy, I guess, or I just forgot. So anyway, so there we are. So my name is Sylvie, and I am a French expat living in York, in North Yorkshire, England. You can find me on the social media, most commonly on Instagram, under the handle Sylvie _ Phileas Yarns, and also Facebook, Twitter, and Ravelry as Phileas Yarns. And I do have a hand-dyed yarn business, and I have a shop on Etsy that is Phileas Yarns, as you probably would have figured by now. And yeah, so this weekend I was in Yarndale, which is the a yarn show, fiber fest in Skipton, in the Yorkshire Dales. This is about an hour and a bit drive from me, so it is my big local show. I always enjoy doing that. So yeah, so little introduction. So I'm going to take you through the different days before the show, during the show, and show you a few things, and I will finish you know, I will come back to you after after I put together the bits that I filmed on the go the past few days. So today is Thursday, the 26th of September, which is 2 days before Yarndale, but only a day before we get to set up. So I picked up the car, the rental car, after work, and I'm gonna load it up so that tomorrow after work I'm already done to just drive to Skipton and set up the stall for Yarndale. So basically I just I've got all this yarn, excuse the state of the garden, and Bunyet, always my little helper, all this yarn to fit it in the car, and then we'll get the little shelves and the little accessories as well all packed up, but mostly the yarn, because that's the important thing. I finished packing the car, which went relatively well. Everything fits in, and I even got a little space to see the back of the car through the window, so that's quite nice. So I've just made myself a cup of tea, and another what I like to do also before I go to a show, even as a vendor, is to have a look through the exhibitors list and do some highlighting, and then see you know, what I want to buy and everything. And I don't know what this weather is doing, but the light has just gone quite terrible. Anyway, such it is. It's literally raining outside the house, one on the back of the house, and it's bright sunshine at the front of the house. Very bizarre. So yeah, so first of all, so I printed my little plan, and you know, at the back of it is like the list of vendors and everything. It's about 3 pages of vendors. How many vendors there is? So Yarndale this year is quite big. There are 209 stalls, as I mean, it goes up to 209. There might be a couple more that are just not numbered as such, but so yeah, that's a lot of people. So first of all, what we want to do, we want to figure out where I am, and just, oh, hello. This is me. So next I'm gonna go through the list of exhibitors and find my friends. So I'm just gonna highlight the stalls when I just need to go and say hi and give hugs and catch up with people that I know and I get along well. I also highlighted, as well as friends, the people I need to see, like yarn supplier and things like that. People I would like to catch up with, not, you know, that I don't necessarily know really well, but you know, Yarndale is a good opportunity for that, because you've got your yarn suppliers vending as well. So it's always nice to see the people that send you the yarn and get to meet them and talk to them. So they're on my hello, how are you list of Stan, highlighted as such. So, and obviously I want to highlight the stall I would like to go to for shopping. I mean, I'm probably gonna end up go for shopping, you know, at stalls that my friends, you know, people I know run, but also some others. So I'm gonna do it in 2 sort of colors, or like a light and a dark of the same color, to highlight the different things. And the darker will be the places I really want to go, because I've got to buy things. I don't have much that I want to buy, really. I think I've got enough sweater quantities to last me for a while. So I probably, unless I'm really, you know, fall in love with some yarn that I need to have, I probably won't buy any sweater quantity. But you know, I might just get myself yarn for a hat. But that might go actually on the, maybe I'll buy myself that, you know, swing by the some stalls and see if I like anything that you know, would like for a hat. But there are a couple of things that I need to buy for New Year's Eve. For the new year, I'm gonna go to Montreal. I'm gonna go to Canada to visit friends, so I've decided that I'll be knitting a few things, you know, sort of late Christmas presents, and you know, just catch up. So so I've put some yarn from my stash, but I need to complement those, so that is what's going on the must buy list. So so they're gonna go highlight on the map so that I don't miss them out. Right, I think my map is done. I don't think it's too bad. There aren't that many yellows, which is the shopping bit. There's a lot of hellos though. But that's cool. I'm looking forward to it. See all these people and discover new ones, because obviously this is the stores that I like to go to, but you know, there's no preventing me walking to those places and something catches my eye and I want to check it out, and so I'm sure I'll divert very easily from my path. We'll see how it goes. Final task for today in terms of Yarndale prep. Well, my weekender is not quite dry. I put it into block a couple of days ago, 2-3 days ago. It's not dry at all, so it's having a little time on the electric air dryer. About guessing 4 o'clock by now. Just arrived and unloaded the car at the auction mart in Yarndale. So just about ready to set up. This year had an improvement. I'm getting a double pen, so it's quite a large stall. The stalls are in the pens where usually they show the animals and store the animals. So yeah, so I've got a double pen, which probably fits a cow, I guess, I suppose a sheep or a few sheeps, but yeah, it's pretty big. we're done with the setting up, so we're gonna get back to York, and it's chucking it down outside, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, so pretty pleased. A couple of things to do in the morning, but yeah, there we are. And it's kind of weird how quiet the place still is with everybody setting up compared to what it's gonna be this weekend. Hopefully not many people will be put off by the awful weather forecast, but we'll see. It hopefully be busier than what it is now, which is there's nobody. So there we are. See you tomorrow. That is the view from the car park. Crazy sky after the big rain too. Great weather this morning, absolutely top notch. This is Saturday. This is it, Yarndale starting in an hour or so. Here we go. Morning. Oh, that way. Oh my god. Sheep! Oh, look at you! What do you live there? So I am facing my stall right now, and I just wanted to point out to the stall across from me, which is lovely. It's a hand felted, like a needle felting business. They have kits and everything, but like their display has got something that's very beautiful but very freaky as well. I mean, it's like he's looking down on me. It's very bizarre. It's like very Jim Henson-esque. It's like the Muppets had met Dark Crystal in a way. But so yeah, and his name is Tim apparently. So Tim is judging me. I feel like Tim is judging me.
That's Alice.
Oh, hi, Alice.
Alice is an Angora goat.
Oh.
That's Sherlock sheep. Sherlock sheep is a mini sheep. He's the smallest breed of sheep in the world.
Oh, really?
And this is, what's your name? Peggy Lou. She's a cross between Alice and a pygmy goat.
Oh,
It's a Pygora.
okay.
It's a Pygora. It's supposed to be very good on the old.
And what's your name, alpaca friend? No. Good morning, it's Sunday. This is day 2 of the Yarndale Yarn and Knitting and Crochet Festival, Fibre Fest. And so yesterday went well. Actually the weather didn't look too good in the morning when we arrived, but it turned out for the best. The sun broke out and it was actually a lovely day. It was busy, and so yeah, it was actually really good. Had a lovely time yesterday, so we'll see how it goes today. Yeah, it's actually been raining since I left York. It's been on the windscreen wiper mode all the way from York to here in Skipton, and the road through the Dales, the Yorkshire Dales, was pretty bad actually. It was there was quite a bit of water running down the road, so it was, I hope everybody's gonna drive safely here today, and I hope tonight's gonna be okay as well when we get to go home with full loaded cars, super heavy. We shall see. So I thought, since I've got a little bit of time ahead of me, it's quite early here, show's not opening for an hour and a bit, that I'm gonna present you some of my favorite shop samples, which you know, things that I've knitted in my yarn to show off at shows you may have not seen before, or you may have just picked out in other episodes me wearing them, but I never really introduced them. So we'll go, and I will show you as well my weekender worn, because that is yet to be done. So the first sweater I would like to present you is the very first sweater that I've knitted with my hand-dyed yarn. I actually knitted it before opening the business, when I was just, you know, trying out, developing colors and things. This is the first ever full dye lot that I ever dyed, as like 500 grams of the same yarn. So, and I needed a sweater as part of a knit along, which was fun, so it was quite nice to see the reception of the yarn then. No, you're alright. And so yeah, so it's dear to me for that as well, like, you know, sentimentally. So this is my Scully cardigan. So this is a pattern from Carrie Westerman, which is in a reverse stockinette, cardigan reverse stockinette, with some little sort of shooting star. Yeah, the color is blowing up a little bit. It's more rusty red than what it looks like on the camera feedback. Some little shooting stars, sort of lace work. I do like it. I actually wear it a bit more. I mean, I think, I don't know why I don't wear it so much these days, but I love it. So yes, that is one of my favorite shop sample, and the yarn is Wanderlust DK in the Dalarna colorway. And I thought I'd put like some little nice little star buttons, with I bought at Dottons for Buttons, which is a button shop in York. The other project I would like to show you, I can't even actually take it off because it's literally pinned to to the front of the table. This is my Drachenfels shawl from Melanie Berg. What? Melanie Berg. And I really like it. Actually, I wear it a lot in everyday life. It's one of my favorite. I do love the color combos. I've used Explorer sock in the Fjord colorway, then in the Sultahani colorway, which is the ecru, and the brown is Kerala colorway. I feel like the weatherman. So yeah, I do like Melanie Burke's pattern. I think they're really good, and I do like a big shawl. So I've got a couple of hers. Only one in my own yarn so far. And yeah, it's one of my fabs as well. I do wear it like a lot. And finally, the last one I would like to show you, and that's probably one you've seen, especially I was wearing it during the knit-a-thon, which I showed you in my last episode. So you probably, I'm going to show it to you today. This is the Utu cardigan from Anna Johanna. Oh, come on. And this originally is from Lane magazine, a Liner magazine, issue number 2. This is the pattern that you see on the front cover, and now it's available as individual patterns. So I really like this. I literally been wearing it all spring and summer. This is one of my most worn wardrobe item ever. It goes with a lot of things. It's a neutral, it's very light. I have used my passenger yarn base, which is 80% Lufess Leicester and 20% bamboo. So the bamboo gives a little bit of freshness to the yarn, a little bit of, you know, yeah, it's you know, it feels less woolly than you know, 100% wool, or even with the nylon. It's quite nice. And this is the Deadly colorway. What I really like, and what I was really pleased with it, is that so the pattern is very simple. It's got, you start from the top, and then you just work this little yoke with this little kind of leafy cable design. And I was so pleased to see how this yarn is showing the cables. I really love it. And then I just needed it as a plain cardigan. I think you've got like some sort of like cable pattern as well originally on the design that goes towards the cuff, but I didn't do it. I just wanted the rest plain cardigan, and I really love it. I think you can tell I've been wearing it a while, because it's like the button band is a little bit you know, relaxed. The buttons are from Textile Garden, and I forgot to bring my swatch to get more buttons, so well, never mind, I'll get them from another place or some other time. I've got a cardigan in as a future project, and then when I swatch it, I usually do a tiny button band with a buttonhole to bring the swatch to the shop and try the buttons, see if they go through and all that, instead of like measuring it and, like, you know, because it depends on the gauge. Sometimes, you know, depending on your gauge, your button's not gonna fit. So yeah, anyway, carry on. So the buttons from Textile Garden, and I really love it. That's a good show. So I adore this cardigan. Yeah. Monday, the day as I said before in the introduction. Yes, so after a long weekend standing up in the cold, in a very humid marketplace, I think anybody who can spend most of the day in pajamas will do so. I mean, I'm making the most of it before I actually have to unpack the car, because the stuff is still in the car. I just didn't have the heart last night. I was just too tired. The road was very, very bad driving back until I got into the main road. It's been like loads of water in the dips of the road. It's very hilly, and then, you know, every time there was like go down the hill, they were like really, it was very scary. I think at some point I thought I'd get stuck in the water. The sat nav took me some weird places, because also this weekend was the World Cycling Championship, something like that, a big cycling race, and that was the last day yesterday. So that took place in Harrogate, which is about halfway between Skipton and York. So like sat-navs, there was road closure around Harrogate like crazy, so the sat-nav would took you around, and it was just mad. So I think I got here and I was just tired, and I was very stressed, very tense even. I was really onto my steering wheel quite a bit too hard. So yeah, so the stock is still in the car. I have to offload it, return the car to the rental, then do a stock check. And today also I need to maybe pop to the vet, because Brunette's due our little flea and worming drops, and I forgot to take an appointment. Oops. And what else? Oh yeah, and tomorrow I am going to Barcelona, so I need to pack something else. Oh, pardon me. Yes, hello. This is the post Yarndale cold. It's just a normal thing, really. But yeah, Barcelona this next few days, that should you know, put things back to right, because it's not 10 degrees over there, thankfully. So anyway, so this weekend has been absolutely great weekend. I mean, you whinging a little bit about the cold and all that, but it actually has been a tremendous weekend. I do love Yarndale. It's such a nice show. I love going there. It's been a successful weekend in terms of my business. Thank you to everybody who you're watching this, if you've been to Yarndale and stop by to say hi or make a purchase. It's been so good seeing you and having you popping around. Yeah, so it's been a lovely weekend. I really enjoyed it. It was lovely to spend time with some friends helping me at the booth. I had my friend Anis on the Friday to set up, and she popped around on the Sunday as well. And then I had my friend Martha. You may remember Martha on episode 2 when I visited her in a little flat in Glasgow, and I was filming our little morning knitting in pajamas. Yes, me in pajamas is a recurring theme in this podcast. And so we're talking, and you know, she's saying that she'd never been to Yarndale and maybe she should come this year, and etc, etc. And she did. She was there. She drove down from Glasgow, or from Scotland, on Friday evening. So she was there when I returned from setting up, and then yeah, she spent the weekend as my booth babe, and it was lovely spending that time with her. And she really enjoyed Yarndale, just FYI. So yeah, so it's been lovely. So I thought I'd pop around, and I'm sure I'm going to forget to tell you things I thought I needed to tell you, but never mind. But I thought I will show you some of my purchases, because, you know, after all, I did spend some money going around and filming images. Also, you know, I stole a few pictures, and I bought a few things. So on the Saturday, the first day, I only went to buy things that I actually really needed. So usually Yarndale is gonna be the yarn show when I'm gonna buy things I need for Christmas. So usually if I were like this year, I'm staying in York for Christmas, but in previous year I would go to Edinburgh and spending Christmas with friends. I never get enough time off to actually fly home for Christmas, very rarely. So usually I buy, you know, bits and bobs to put in stockings for crafty friends, but this year I'm staying here, so it's more in, not really Christmas, but it's more towards the new year, because the new year I'm going to Montreal, spend the new year with some friends. So my friend Carol and her partner and their 1-year-old son. So I thought it'd be nice to knit a few things for them living in cold Canada. So I raided my stash before the show, and I thought I will be, you know, I could complement a few things to plan my Christmas knitting for, well, my New Year's knitting actually, for New Year's Eve. So I did that. So when I went to the Garter Stitch retreat, I was, you know, we had a complimentary couple of skeins of Sakier DK by Coop Knits. And I had these 2 colors, and I thought I could do, like, you know, a little simple sweater with big stripes for Nael, my friend's son. But I thought I need some more contrasting color to like little big stripes, you know, simple sweaters. So I popped by to Rachel Coopy's stall, and I bought these 2 colors of Sakier DK. There we are. So the idea, I'm probably gonna take, like, say, you know, the flax or something, like a simple Tin Cat Knits basic sweater, and then just play with the color. And I'm thinking the stripes, ugh, I can't do it, come on. We'll probably, oh, I can't really see the light's not very good, but and the gray is going, there we are. Oh well, you get the idea, and you'll see it when it's finished. So that will be for a sweater. And then for my friend Caro, I had this skein. This is a Yarndale. This is what, like a test skein of me. So I wanted to try the base, and you may think it's quite similar to La Cabane à Sucre. What it is, it was a test skein for the colorway. So yeah, sometimes I you know, I keep them, and you know, I'm gonna use them in some things for myself, some other people. So I thought that would be a nice base. I think she'll like that kind of sort of shade, and I thought I could make her a hat if I find like something like a mohair to double strand with it and do, I forgot the name of the pattern, but it's a simple 1x1 rib hat. I mean, you know, I'll present it to you anyway when I knit it and finish it and things like that. But I found this lovely, this is actually not a mohair, this is a baby Surrey alpaca silk heavy lace, but it's a nice alternative to mohair for double stranding. And this is by Yarndale Yarns. This is their colorway Sandstone, and I thought it will be a nice thing to, you know, sort of mute a little bit. Sorry, I do apologize, the light is terrible actually here. That's not too bad. Now you can see there's got notes of like caramel in this, but it's mostly grey mauve, so I think it's gonna tone down the Yarndale, the very caramelly skin. So that should be a very nice hat for my friend. She's pretty classics in her colors, so so that'd be nice. Then on the Sunday I went on a roll with oh, maybe I can just buy single skeins of things to complement other stuff in my stash and actually use my stash more efficiently. So on the theme of Canada, first time I visited my friend in Canada, so that must have been now 4 or 5 years ago, I guess. 5 years ago, I think. I had bought at La Maison Tricotée this skein of Sheldrich yarn, and I love the color, but it's a little bit too solid. it was very solid. So in the spirit of like, oh, I could make myself a hat, but maybe I should find like a mohair to double strand with it that will, you know, give it a bit of oomph. And then I went to Rainbow Heirloom and I find this absolutely spot on skein to do that. This is like, this is what you need. This is their lace weight mohair silk, and yeah, in the color Old Lang Syne. So yeah, I think this is gonna be really nice. I'll probably do a simple hat with it, like basic double strand, just very simple. And I'm gonna need to dislodge the cat because I need to go up, change the battery, and the memory card on my camera at once. She ain't gonna like it. And final yarn purchase, oh no, actually it's not the final yarn purchase, sorry, but the complement something else from Eustache yarn purchase is again from Rainbow Heirloom, and it's this skein of their Heritage DK yarn base, which is the 75% Blue Fest Leicester, 25% Massam, in the tight pull find colorway. And this is to complement the natural BFL Massam and this previous Rainbow Heirloom in the Heritage DK again, submarine colorway, which I had bought for another sweater, but then I changed my mind and I needed a different another contrast color, so I went for surprise surprise gray and blue sort of theme. Yes, I mean, between the hats, the sweater, and what I'm gonna show you now as the yarn that I didn't need to buy but I bought because I just wanted to. Yes, so you can see I'm anything but consistent with my color choices. The last skein, this one, the last skein of yarn that I bought is this beautiful baby from Beehive Yarns. This is my friend Beth from Beehive Yarn. She's based in York as well, so it's like the York dyer gang. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but this is shiny yarn. This is her Barbarella colorway, which is superwash merino nylon and stellina. Gives a little bit of sparkly, you can just about see it. This is the colorway Agra. It's one of her new dark crystal Age of Resistance inspired colorway. I flipping love dark crystal Age of Resistance, so I just and Agra is my absolute favorite character. I love her. So this skein of yarn being named after Agra, inspired by Agra, and being in very Sylvie like sort of palette, I just have to have it. I'll be scoring the Ravelry and the internet for hopefully maybe a nice little sock pattern that is also dark crystal inspired, because it'll be fun to keep it theme wise. But yeah, I'm actually very excited. I really love this color. But yeah, this is the thing I really needed in my stash, but it just had to happen, you know. And then I also bought a few bits and bobs. I went to the Anne Cadenbag stall with her Sinister cats, which I absolutely adore, and I got a pin for my friend Martha with the hashtag Team Cat, and for myself I've got the Yarndale special pin, which I will put very shortly onto my my needle case. It's a good support for pens, so I'm gonna put it with that. And I put some little notebooks as well because they're very cute, but I don't know, they all kind of like Sinister cats at the front, and they're very nice. I'm gonna take them like in my handbag and traveling, because they'd be very good for doodling and making little notes and go on to travel journals afterwards. This is what I needed. And then I went to the Katie Green Bean stall. Katie Green also has a podcast which I absolutely adore. She's an illustrator, and she does amazing things, so I really like what she does. And she had the most amazing project bag ever. This is the smallest size. There was a bigger one, the bigger size, but I absolutely adore it. It's very excellent quality. These were made by, the bags themselves were made by Annalisa Haferkamp. Annalisa, she does amazing. There's like, it's like proper line. It's got like pockets. It's got the little hook there, and I just love the design. It's just so fun. So I just had, that was my little guilty buy. And then I got some little Christmas cards as well, with like some different designs. I didn't see there were several. So yes, that's very nice indeed. And that's it. That's all I bought. I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, not a sweater quantity. I mean, a sweater quantity probably altogether, but not another sweater, because I need to go through. So I'm pretty pleased that these are like bits and bobs that will help me actually use my stash. So so yeah, now let's get knitting, I think. So, oh, maybe I should show you how much I've gotten done of my crochet shawl, which is, oh my god, over there. And so where am I? So I had just started this bit. So I think, I suppose yesterday, Sunday, was a much slower day than Saturday. So I managed to get a few rounds. So yeah, I managed probably, I think I had maybe two stripes here of the grey. So yeah, I got about that done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 return. Well, so it's 14 rows to all of this shawl. So we're getting there slowly but surely. But yeah, the not counting every you know, all the stitches in every row does help. I'm getting there. I will get there eventually. So that's about it. I think I need to tell you about this Yarndale business. I hope you liked it, this little insight into yarn show from a vendor side, who's trying to escape now and then to buy things for herself, and manages pretty well to do that, I think. And yes, so I think next episode we'll be back to normal ish. We'll see what's happening. And in the meantime, if you like this video, feel free to put a thumbs up, to leave me a comment. If you like the general Phileas podcast, subscribe if you haven't done so yet. And I shall see you soon.